Hi guys, so today I'm gonna make a video about one of the easiest things that I have been able to manifest, and it's something that I didn't realize was one of my strong suits until very recently. I thought I actually struggled with this a lot, but it has come to my realization that it is not the case. And I'm also gonna get ready because I'm going to work. But what I want to talk about today is something very important, I feel, to most people. Very, very important and kind of not taboo to talk about, but like at least the people around me don't like to talk about it too much for whatever reason. And that is finances and money. And for a while, I always thought that this was one of the harder things for me to manifest. Like, even though my family is very much okay and I've never had any issues with it because I've always been taken care of, I, even at 21, have always just wanted abundance. Like, I have always been someone who really values abundance and being able to have whatever I want. And for that, obviously, you need good finances. And I didn't just want good finances, I wanted incredible finances. And I just thought that my efforts were of no avail. Literally, for a while, I genuinely thought that I literally did not manifest any sort of money. And then not even a few weeks ago, like a week or two ago, a bunch of things, I was like resting my eyes in the car at some point. And I wasn't even thinking about money or anything manifestation related. I was literally just resting my eyes in the car. And I was thinking about like the things that have happened in the last year. And I realized, I was like, hold on. I manifested so much fucking money. I was like, wait, I'm thinking about this way too deeply. Like, when I think about it, I compare myself to people in their late 20s, in their early 30s. Like, people who are already established, you know what I mean? And then I completely forget that I literally had a point in my life where, so my mother and I moved away from the rest of our family. And I was worried because I didn't know anything what was going on financially. She doesn't work. My father was the provider of the family, and we moved away from him. They got divorced not too long ago. And I was really worried because she wouldn't tell me anything. Like, I had no idea what was going on financially, right? And I was worried, even though nothing was wrong. I was like, what is she doing? Like, she's not working. Like, she's not with my father anymore. What are we going to do? I had no idea. I had no clue what was going on. And ultimately, what ended up happening is so I was affirming for like a year or two after this was, like, while this was going on, I was affirming that we were very well off financially. We had abundance. We had all this stuff, right? And what ended up happening was, behind my back, I had no idea this happened until another member of my family literally told me that this happened, but she received a very, very large sum of money, like way more than even my father would make in a couple of years as a doctor. And I had no idea. And this happened while I was like affirming, but I was still worried. Like, I was still worried about it, but I was still affirming it. I was still thinking about it in a good way. And this happened, and I was told like a few months after I was getting into manifestation, and I was like, oh my God. You know what I didn't even know that this was the case. Like, it literally happened behind the scenes. And then after that, I haven't had to worry about it at all for my family. But then I was like, I attributed it like, okay, well, that's not my manifestation. You know, it's for her. It doesn't really have to do with me. You know what I mean? Like, if it was for me, that would be a different thing. But I didn't credit myself for it, even though technically I did manifest that for her. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, interesting. And then I realized recently, wait, that was your manifestation. You were affirming literally that exact thing for so long. You were choosing to believe it for so long, and it happened. Why didn't you credit yourself for it? I was like, wow, okay. So maybe I am not bad at manifesting that specific thing. And then another thing that happened is, actually, I'll share this in the next video. But basically, if you're not seeing movement, let it go and choose that you actually do see movement, because it could be happening behind the scenes that you don't know about.